Hi, how you going? It's Sharon here from the Vitality Fit program. Welcome to my first of 7 videos helping you to understand the things about yourself, about your mindset, about your thinking that I really encourage you to learn about yourself before embarking upon a health and a well-being journey, a weight loss journey, a journey to get a better sense of self-confidence and to love the skin that you're in. So I'm going to be delivering each of these key points over 7 videos, and I trust that these are going to be really enjoyable for you and really insightful to help you get a slightly different perspective on a health and a well-being program that you don't normally hear about in your traditional exercise program or your traditional nutritional program. So I wanted to start with the first video talking about your reason why, your purpose, your goals. Now, a lot of people, when I talk to them about their goals, they think that they need to have a really big event that they need to train for or a really big goal that they need to achieve. And it doesn't necessarily need to be this way at all. All it needs to be is I want you, or I encourage you, to get clear on what it is that drives you, what fulfills you, what drives your purpose, what's going to make you want to get up in the morning when it's 6 o'clock and you know that you need to do a workout before work, it's cold and it's wet outside. What's going to get you up out of your bed? Because let's face it, the bed is certainly more appealing unless, of course, you've got something in your mind that you're so driven to want to do that the comfort of the bed is overridden by this passion, by this drive to achieve this goal. So my first step for you is to get really clear on what your purpose is, what your goal is around your health and your fitness. So I wonder, have you ever gotten into a taxi and not told the taxi driver where to go? You've simply gotten in and said, "Driver, take me wherever you want." It's a risky situation to get yourself into, and I bet you've probably never done it. Some of you might have, but we don't tend to do it very often. And the reason for that is because if we don't tell the taxi driver where to go, then we open ourselves up to going anywhere, and that anywhere could be somewhere that we enjoy or not. You know, you could find yourself back at the taxi depot if it just so happens to be the taxi's driver to knock off. So by getting clear on your focus, on your direction, on the goals that you want to achieve, it helps you to make better decisions. So you will recognize in yourself if you're someone who perhaps is lacking a little bit of direction or focus or is unclear of their goals, if you're finding yourself lacking motivation, if you're finding it hard to get up out of bed. I certainly know that when I'm training for Ironman, I have to be really clear on my reason for doing this, or else I'm not going to want to go swimming when it's freezing cold outside. I'm not going to want to go running when it's raining outside, and I'm certainly not going to spend 5 hours sitting on a bike if I know that I don't have to. So I encourage you to do the same. So if you're feeling confused, it can be another signal to know that you're lacking a little bit of goals or a little bit of focus. That sense of confusion or that sense of overwhelm can happen very easily in this industry. There is a lot of information out there, and it's hard to know what is the right information for you or what's the best fit for you if you're not clear on what outcomes it is that you want to create. I have to say, a lot of the information out there is actually relevant, but it's relevant to certain people at certain times. So it's not that any of it's necessarily right or wrong, but if you're not sure on what it is that you're wanting to create, for example, if you're not wanting to lose weight in the quickest time possible, then really restricting your calories is just not the way for you to approach your weight loss journey. If you've got time available, then I encourage you more strongly to actually take a more moderated approach around your nutrition, look at healthy nutrition rather than really restricting your calories. Now, it's not that one is better or worse than the other. They both have their purpose in different scenarios, but by knowing what your goals are, by knowing what your outcome is, it helps you to make a clear decision on what approach it is that you want to take. And finally, if you're finding yourself being able to get started really easily, but you find that your motivation again drops off after a period of time, maybe 2 weeks, maybe 3, maybe 6 weeks, then it can again come down to a lack of clarity or a lack of focus in what your goals are. I certainly know that when I was going through my weight loss journey initially, I was great at getting started, but after a couple of weeks, because I wasn't clear on what it was that I wanted to achieve, I kind of knew that I wanted to lose some weight, but I wasn't sure on how much I wanted to lose or by when or for what purpose, then I lost my motivation very quickly, and I'd find myself back at square one again pretty soon, having to start all over again. So that in itself can be quite tiresome. It can drain our energy. And again, this is why it's so important to set clear goals, set your clear purpose, understand why it is that you want to do this. So your purpose could revolve around anything. It could be because you do want to go out and buy a whole wardrobe of smaller fitting clothes. It could be because you've noticed yourself getting puffed at the top of the stairs and it's not congruent with who you want to be. It could be because you want to run around more with your children, and especially as they start to grow bigger and they're more active, you really want to feel like you can keep up with them. It could be because you've hit an age where you're finding that you're having to take better care of yourself. You can't get away with those small indulgences as often as you used to be able to. And so you're finding yourself really wanting to take control back of your health and your well-being, and to really start to feel good about your body and to feel healthy and fit and strong. And it could be because you simply want to improve your confidence. You want to be able to go out and feel good about yourself, feel confident to stand in front of people and talk to people, feel good to be able to connect with other people in relationships at a deeper level. So all of these things could be your reason, could be your purpose. You could also have quite athletic inspiring goals. You could want to run a marathon. You might want to do your first fun run or triathlon. You might want to be able to simply run or swim a certain distance, not even necessarily enter an event. But any of these things can constitute your goals. All you need to know is what's important to you. Now, the magical thing that happens with our mindset, with our brain, that happens when we set goals, is that we have a collection of cells within our brain called our reticular activating system. And our reticular activating system, I'm going to shorten this to RAS for the purposes of the video. Your RAS, as soon as you set yourself up with a goal, goes to work at collecting information from your world about that goal, about how to achieve that goal, about people in the past or people around you who have achieved a similar goal. Now, a really classic example of how this is at work for you, or how it might have been at work for you in your past life, would be if you've ever decided to make a purchase, perhaps a big purchase like a car. You've decided what model and what make of car you wanted to buy, and you suddenly start to notice that car everywhere out on the roads. You didn't notice it before, and it's only been since deciding that you want that car that you started to notice it. That is a classic example of our RAS at work. So apply this to your health and fitness goals. Once you set yourself up with a goal, once you know where you want to go, your brain or your RAS goes to work at collecting evidence, collecting information about how you can make this possible for yourself, and examples of other people who have been able to make a similar goal possible for them. This inspires you, it encourages you, it continues to motivate you. It all helps to make it more possible for you to achieve your goals. So the benefits of setting goals, getting clear on your purpose, is number one, it's going to drive your motivation, because you're going to see examples of other people also achieving similar goals. Number two, it's going to help you to make clearer decisions. Rather than getting confused or overwhelmed about what is right for you, you'll be able to make your decisions based on what outcomes you want to achieve. And thirdly, it's going to give you a clear benchmark, which you can then celebrate your success from. So celebrating your success is a really, really important part of the goal setting and the goal journey. I encourage you all to do it. It's something that not many of us do very often. We kind of, might even just acknowledge ourselves or kind of almost expect that it was going to happen. But if we don't celebrate these goals, we diminish the importance of our goals for ourselves, and it kind of ruins the experience for us. It makes it harder for us to want to do the same thing again next time, because we didn't give ourselves an opportunity to really celebrate it, to really appreciate it, to really have gratitude for it. So I really encourage you to get clear on what your goals and what your focus is for your first step in your health and your well-being journey. So this has been the first video around a series of 7 videos that I'm going to do for you, purely complimentary. If you want to get these emails direct to your inbox, I have set up a website where you can simply go to put in your name and your email address, and rather than trying to have to find these videos on the Facebook page, which I am going to be posting them on, but rather than having to try and sift through and find them, I'm going to email them directly to you if that's what you wish. So all you need to do is go to the website that I'm going to have listed on this Facebook post. Go to that website, put your name and your email address in there, and each day over the next 7 days that video will come direct to your inbox, and then that way you'll always have it. You can go back to it and you can recall the videos. So the future videos are going to be looking at and addressing your specific and your unique motivation strategy, looking at how you can set yourself up for success with your support team around you, helping you to understand what your personal strategies are, and helping you to understand how your beliefs and your values really play a part with setting goals, taking action, and getting the results that you want. We're also going to look at some sabotaging strategies and helping you to gain awareness around whether or not you might be setting yourself up for a bit of sabotage. So that's what we're going to be looking at over the next seven videos, or rather 6 videos. I trust that this has been really enjoyable and quite insightful for you, and I look forward to sharing more with you in the next video. I'll speak to you then. Bye-bye.